Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Here we go. And so here are the Wildcats. Now Booker. Ewing outside. Anthony right side. And here's Booker from the arc. Drills the three-pointer.
And I love the confidence Booker has. He didn't even stop to think before letting that one go.
For three, Edwards. Six on the shot clock. The leaner falls for it. That was a difficult shot.
Man, Edwards gets great lift off the floor with shooting that jumper.
Booker outside. Over Edwards. Here's Ewing. And it is wide open. He shoots. That's good, and Ewing with the assist.
Yeah, even though Davis can create for himself, you love to see him get set up in rhythm.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skills?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great answer.
You aren't kidding.
Now Anthony. Paul George missing from long range. And Carmelo Anthony hits from deep.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Pass to Mutombo. To the left wing. Three-pointer. Banchero, that's good. Banchero's got 6.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Misses the jumper.
That wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Pass to Mutombo. Here's Banchero. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
1:12 left to play in the first. Booker looking around. Outside Anthony. Back to George. Lets it go from deep. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Patrick Ewing comes up with the rebound. Booker outside. From the stripe. Drain for 2 points. 5 points in the game.
And Booker has excellent mechanics on that jumper. It's a smooth and quick release.
Pass to Mutombo. And it's to Kembe with the jam.
Oh, why dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Booker outside. Outside, Ewing. Booker outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Wildcats lead by... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wildcats.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Pass to Wembanyama. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. That's a 2 from Smith. Brooklyn with the rebound. It's tipped. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
On the wing, Markkanen. Cans it from downtown. Markkanen's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
How about the shooting stroke from Markkanen, appearing very comfortable pulling the trigger from deep.
Here's Leonard. Running from the wing. Leonard's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Outside Butler. Shot clock at 6. Lopez inside. Outside Butler. Doesn't go for it. That's a 2 from Smith. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And Lopez throws it down.
Yeah, and all eyes were on Butler, but he has the vision to find the open man.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Here's the 3. A three-pointer's right on target. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 5 now for the Wildcats. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Smith in the post. Pass to Lively. Shot clock at 5. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now in the quarter. Brooklyn trails by 5. Lopez, no up. And so here are the Wildcats. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Hefty move. Pass to Embiid.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Pass to Lively. Here's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Lively.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Shots good by Booker.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
And here's Leonard from three. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. And Benyama outside. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Markkanen in the corner. And Benyama outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Wildcats. They lead by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Thurman for the lead. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Leonard on the wing. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And such a physical player inside. LeBron doesn't fear contact on the way up.
For Brooklyn, they had shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. That one drops. He ties it up. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 7. It's on target from the high post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
To the middle. It's stolen by Smith. One-on-one here. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Latrey. Rebound, Brooklyn. LeBron outside. Beyond the arc. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good.
Well, that one stinks. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Here's Booker. Pass to Thurman. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Duncan, a screen. Here's Booker. Duncan trying to break loose. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got the lead up to 1 now for Brooklyn. Now here's Booker. 5 points in the game. Ewing with it. Booker outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Davis. Back to Booker. And finished off by Davis.
And this is just AD doing what AD does. Dominating the defense there and converting.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. A minute 50 left in the third. Now Edwards. Outside Anthony. Stolen by George. It's deflected. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Now it's a 3-point Wildcat lead. Anthony right side. And here's Edwards from the arc. Drills it from outside. Edwards got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Booker outside. Outside for Davis. Back to Booker. Booker hammers it down.
And Booker flashing his athleticism. What a dunk there by the young guy.
Duncan outside. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And it's Dikembe with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Booker outside. Devin Booker, 3, right down the hatch.
No doubt Booker has tremendous confidence in that jumper. Feels like he can score from anywhere.
George with the steal. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Wildcats lead by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Booker. Outside, George. It's George on the wing. Launches it. Sinks the triple.
And you love the way that PG can get you a bucket on and off the ball. That versatility speaks volumes.
And it's Banchero missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
It's George on the wing. And here is Anthony. Over LeBron. Anthony's shot is off. Okay, right side. Here's Wembanyama. Lays it up over the glass.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Booker. Into the lane. And a dunk by Booker.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical.
What a thing of beauty from James.
Okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. He's a little extra on that.
Got that one up quick. Davis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Wildcats.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams are still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
George looking over the floor. 2 minutes remaining. To the inside. Ewing. And then Ewing with the jam.
With the ability to make plays from the wing, Paul George is a complete offensive player.
Pass to LeBron. Back to Booker. Booker brings the fans to their feet.
gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him... Oh, Booker with the big jam!
A decent ball handler coming in. Booker continues to refine that part of his game.
The three from LeBron. It's hauled in by Ewing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
A nice shot by Booker.
And Booker is just letting it all hang out right now. This young guy's confidence is special.
Booker sinks the three.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
On the wing, Davis. Booker outside. The screen from Ewing. Down low. Nice move. And then Ewing with the jam.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Nobody near George. And the three off target. LeBron James on the wing. Outside Anthony. The three ball. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Here's George. And Patrick Ewing with the slam.
Obviously a great athlete, but the length of Ewing also helps on those alley-oops there. Throw it up his way, and the rest is easy.
So we see the Wildcats get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline.
Here we go.
So Anaheim will get the first possession. Simmons with it. And then Simmons slams it in.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
And so Edwards will bring it up for Brooklyn. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
Have it out of hand.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Wow, when Rudy Gay's connecting there, that's going to help out a lot. It really opens up the rest of the court.
Pass to Davis. Anthony with it. Over LeBron. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Here is Mutombo. Back to Edwards. Over Anthony. Rebounded by Dikembe Mutombo.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Three from Gay. Can't get up the fall. He's missed the second after making his first. Lets it go from the wing. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team. Foul to the floor for your home team.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And they double up to the middle, to the inside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pocket four. They grab their own miss. James on the follow.
And LeBron carving out position and converting on that opportunity.
And here's Simmons for three. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's LeBron. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Yeah, not every guy goes for the mid-range, but LeBron, definitely not every guy.
Pass to Davis. Over Banchero. To Kembe Mutombo, pulls it in. Brooklyn leading by 3. Here's LeBron. Mutombo grabs the board. Here's Anaheim. Simmons with it. Picked up by Banchero. The tray. Mutombo misses.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that is why they call him Mount Mutombo, chiseled like a rock.
And finished off by Gabe.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure.
First team. Substitutions.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And not a good idea to take a nap on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and that athleticism. So much power. Way to get up.
Here's Gay. And then Gay with the jam.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. A good, close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Brooklyn leads by just 3. And we'll get... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proving to be an effective tool for them.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Pass to Anthony. Over Corver. Anthony can't hit. Anaheim trails by 3. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Bird. And it's Corver in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Launches it. Booker pulls it in. Brooklyn leading by 3. The layup off target.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Here's Bird. He has yet to score. Pass to Adebayo. Stolen by Markkanen. And Wembanyama with it. Oden picks him up. Back to Wembanyama. And Greg Oden gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Timeout call and on.
Substitutions on the court.
Wembanyama, right side. Over Gilmore. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
The driving Jimmy Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
It was a possession where Jimmy Butler just did not settle for the jump shot. Drove right in and threw right at the defense.
Here's Bird. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need. What a sweet jam by Edwards.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards. Showing off right now.
Outside Baylor. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on that.
And, you know, beyond all the things Baylor gives you, he's an entertainer out on the floor. The acrobatics we see, something spectacular from this guy almost every game.
Edwards slashing inside. Down low. Afternoon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
At the line.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of this quarter.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
So he gets them both.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
.119 left here in the second. A 3 from Simmons. Traps in the tray. Simmons got 7 points in the game.
And this is a shot Simmons has to make on a consistent basis. Encouraging to see him willing and making that one.
The 3 from LeBron.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shoots the 3. They get it back. And staying with the play, Anthony.
I see Melo slink himself into position there, and good timing on the offensive rebound putback.
Pass to Van Carroll. Seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 3-pointers off the mark. A chance here to retake the lead.
You can see the intensity on display here these last few minutes.
Inside Baylor. It's stolen by Edwards. James looking around. Outside Butler. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Brooklyn ahead, leading by just 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so Booker will bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 1-point game. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Now Mutombo, still scoreless. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. To the paint. Outside Corver. Over Gale. Jumper falls for him. Korver's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Anaheim.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
It's stolen by Korver. Jumps up. And that one is stuffed right through.
It's a stellar job by Korver to run the floor and get the easy basket there.
Oh, wow! Booker with the big jam.
How about Booker going high up for the dunk?
Now here's Gilgeous Alexander. And here's Adebayo. Just 5 on the clock. Sweet move, and it's good on the layup. Adebayo's got the lead up to 3 now for Anaheim.
Well, Bam Adebayo's so efficient right there. He picks a smart shot that fits his skill set.
Gay misses.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Bird looking it over. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Few players have the overall game of Larry Bird. Obviously, we know he can shoot the lights out, but he's also an elite level passer.
Pass to Booker, and Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's his first foul. 1:49 left to play here in the third. Here's Gay outside.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
On the wing, Burke. 5 points in the game. Fires from deep. Dikembe Mutombo grabs the rebound. Brooklyn trails by 6. Marking it inside the line. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And the team wants Markkanen to take those kind of shots because he is capable of knocking them down.
Stolen by Gay. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Gay's got 10 points.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
And some changes here for Anaheim. Timeout called, Anaheim. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Baylor with the ball. Now Anthony defending. A shake. Puts the move on. Out to Anthony. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 7.
Can't allow that much separation, even as the pass is coming his way. Try and crowd Carmelo as best you can.
Kept alive. Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Banchero. Inside. And Wembanyama with the flush.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Simmons with it. 7 points in the game. Takes the 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And he buries that one, tripping the rim on the way down. Edwards got it all tied up now for Brooklyn. It'll count. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return.
30.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so Simmons will bring it up for Anaheim. Edwards with the block.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots.
Oh, offensive interference. And it's Anaheim with the ball. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Right for the hoop. And then Simmons slams it in.
And this is Simmons at his best. When this kid is attacking the rim, he is tough to contain.
Here's Anthony. A special move before the shot.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Shot's good by Simmons.
And when you don't respect Simmons' jumper, he'll hurt you with it. So smooth coming off his fingertip. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. For three, Edwards drills it from outside. And Brooklyn leads it by 2. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. That's produced some easy scores.
Outside Anthony. Outside for Wembanyama. Just 4 to shoot. Outside Edwards. LeBron outside. Tries again. Anaheim grabs the miss. And here's Anthony for 3. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Now it's a 3-point Anaheim lead. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Here's James. Anthony nowhere around. Good on the triple.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Timeout called Anaheim. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Anaheim's head coach talked to his team during that timeout. He told them this is what it's all about. We're the better team in a tough situation. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Duncan with the block.
And Duncan just times that one perfectly. The shooter should never attempt those kind of shots with Timmy roaming the rim.
It's to Mutombo. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Back to Mutombo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Clearly a foul.
That's the first that gives them the lead.
Mutombo, a defensive force, a long, intelligent player who plays well on both ends of the floor.
He's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Several teams changing it up here. So he gets them both at a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Here's James. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Outside, Simmons. And another miss by Anaheim.
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Here's Gay.
The length. Simmons just overpowering with that reach.
Number 1.
James outside. No good. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
He drops the first one. That makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
So it's Brooklyn now. And here's Gay outside. So it's Anaheim picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him. The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. So Atlanta will get the first possession. To the paint. Here's Yao. Mutombo is a nice D. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And that one's good by Gay.
Wow, when Rudy Gay's connecting there, that's going to help out a lot. It really opens up the rest of the court.
There's Lopez with the three. Lopez with the steal. Yao, no luck. Free from Gay. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot block.
Pass to Irving. Beasley outside. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Gay. And here's James outside. Out to Edwards. Over Irving. And the basket by Edwards.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Here we go. And here's Albuquerque now. James deciding where to go with it. Hardaway on the wing. Back to James.
I got him.
And he drives in. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, BA, when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
Here's Scalabrine. Brooklyn pulls it in. The three from Banchero. The rebound by Edey. We played just over a minute here in the first. Hardaway on the wing. Pass to Edey. Fires for three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Mutombo. Lets the three fly. And it's Banchero with a three. Banchero's got 5 points.
Responding nicely with his own three, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
Out to the right wing. And it's Edey missing. Gay outside. Drops in the layup for two.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And there's James from the arc. He drops it from range.
You see there's a hesitation to close out too hard on LeBron. They don't want to see him get downhill, but that three-point shot is on point.
And it's Gay with the miss.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Here's Yao. And he jams it home with authority.
He was gripping the rock on the weight of the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one. The three from Banchero. And we've got 1:18 left in the first. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James.
Substitutions for the away team. Number 32.
A minute 15 left to play in the first quarter. Brooklyn with the ball. Right side Edwards. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, what tenacity on the boards. Banchero takes pleasure in capitalizing on the offensive glass.
Back to Hardaway. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. From down in the low post, it goes.
Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Hardaway from outside. Brooklyn pulls it in. Gay outside. Nice move. And he lays it in.
And you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Pass to Irving. Oh, it's stolen by Gay. Edwards looking for an opening. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Coaches.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Brooklyn?
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Here's Booker. Outside for Wembanyama. Wemby showing off the range.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Pass to O'Neal. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama so comfortable inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Irving for three. Knocks down the triple.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Pass to Lopez. From behind the arc. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
How about that? Devin Booker says anything you can do, I can do better. 3 in the books.
And we've got a timeout call by Greg Popovich. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
For your best team.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Antetokounmpo. No points yet. On the wing, Irving. Back to Antetokounmpo. Outside Hardaway. Off the mark there with a three. Brooklyn leading by 12. The three, Anthony. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis' career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Just 5 to shoot. From deep, Wembanyama. Hardaway grabs the board. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
First team.
Now Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo drives in. Edey for three. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Here's Anthony. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First team.
Boy, once he gets the ball in that close, you've already lost. Anthony will find a way to hurt you.
And Anthony drops them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Outside for Irving. To the middle. Pass to Antetokounmpo. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
So both teams making some changes here.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And there's James from the arc. Can't get it to drop. Brooklyn leading by 6. There's the triple. Giannis with the rebound. Pass to James. Outside Hardaway. It's tipped. Antetokounmpo outside. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
To the paint. Pass to Wembanyama. Takes a three. 11 seconds left in the first half. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Wembanyama. 8 seconds left in the second quarter. The 3, James. That one no good. Gets it up. No luck on that one. And so it's Brooklyn, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Brooklyn leading by 8. And here's Butler outside. Connects from downtown. Butler's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Edey. Hardaway on the wing. Launches it. Sinks the tray. Hardaway's got 8 points. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Pass to Duncan. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Scalabrine. Yet to see a basket. Here's Edey. 6 to shoot. Here's James. Are you kidding me, LeBron?
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Gay right side. Pass to Duncan. To the inside. The kick out to Gay. And stolen by Hardaway. Here's James. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jimmy Butler.
Always willing to embrace contact. LeBron James has the kind of frame that can absorb it any time.
Both free throws good from James. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Here's Anthony. Tipped. They retain possession. Pass to Butler. Take it away. Here's Yao. Puts up a 3. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez. There's the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Lopez, the screen. Brooklyn, no good that time either. And here's Albuquerque now. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Banchero outside. 1:33 left in the third quarter. Rejected by James.
That size and length and strength of LeBron, the tough one to try to shoot over.
A minute 29 left to play in the third quarter. Clock at 4. Here's Anthony. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Irving for 3. Anthony grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
You know, he's so tough to defend without fouling. Melo puts the defenders in tough spots.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. The free throw drops for Anthony. And Anthony drops them both. And here's Albuquerque now. They trail by 6. Out to the right wing. Outside Hardaway. Pass to James. Back to Irving. James with the ball. Guarded by Banchero. Here's Scalabrini. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. Anthony with it. Irving picks him up. And Anthony, here we go. James outside. Classic move by LeBron James.
Oh, stop it. That one just too easy for LeBron James. So high above the rim.
Pass to Duncan. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Here's Banchero. And he can't jam it through.
Great contest by the defender. If that's a dunk, you've got to put down in his face.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Brooklyn out in front, up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Antetokounmpo outside. Jacks up a 3. Pure from three-point range. O'Neal's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical time.
Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that?
Wow, the elevation, the creativity, highlight reel finish by Devin Booker.
Pass to Irving. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Brooklyn leading by 3. Here's James. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. To tie it up. Rebounded by LeBron. And James has got the ball here for Brooklyn. The 3, Booker.
Well done on the glass. Gets himself in position where he can use his size.
On the wing, Irving. Pass to O'Neal. From 8 feet away. And that one hits the back iron. Brooklyn with the ball. It's a 3-point game. And here's James. Let's go with a 3. LeBron fires and hits a 3.
You see there's a hesitation to close out too hard on LeBron. They don't want to see him get downhill. But that 3-point shot is on point.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. He emphasized staying sharp the rest of the way, saying turnovers will kill us. We can close this gap if we take care of the ball. Don't try and overdo it. Let's send it back to you guys, Brian.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And here's Albuquerque now. They trail by 6. Here's James. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
Well, even at halftime, they couldn't slow them down. They've been hitting from the mid-range, though, all game long.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they moved the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
The 3, James. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
One of those nights where opposing coaches just shake their head. LeBron has taken over.
Outside for Wembanyama. Yes, sir! Wembanyama, the response.
And that three-pointer is big. Cancels out the triple at the other end and helps stretch out their lead.
The 3, James. LeBron with the rebound.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
On offense, here's Albuquerque. James, outside. Pass to Scalabrini. The shot's good on the assist by James.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Over to the wing. Outside Wembanyama. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. And Brooklyn leads by 6.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
It's Booker on the wing. Pass to Gay. Outside Wembanyama. Lets it go from deep. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
And there's James from the arc. Money! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
King James with ice water in his veins. An absolutely breathtaking player. Devin Booker with the big shot. He may be young, but he's got big-time game.
And it's all from three-point range. And now they decide to foul intentionally. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good. And that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Albuquerque calls timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
A lot to talk about here, but hey, this game is likely out of reach.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
The 3, James. A tumble with a rebound. The 3 from Banchero. Hardaway grabs the board. So we see Brooklyn get the win here. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most.